This is the Kubler-Ross change cycle. So this is something that is definitely present right now for so many individuals. So, what happens over here, what happens to us as human beings is we first experience shock, surprise, shock at this event. And then we move into, oh my God, the disbelief, the denial. Oh my gosh, can't this can't be true. And moving into fear and blame and, anger, frustration, resentment. And this can happen even if you're yes, right now with what's happening, in our nation, but also what's happening in our own organization when people lose their jobs. This is like, oh, how can I handle this? What's really going on? What am I going to do? This also happens with these um, global crises, uh, fires in LA, the floods, in the South, people losing their homes. So all of this are things that are experienced with change. Then moving into depression and self-doubt, a sense of loss, low morale, like what do we do? And I will say that there are many times, even in those situations where, crisis has happened, people do come together. And so, but this is a different time. So there's different things happening. And so at this bottom peak, and I'll talk about this a little bit more, is really where if you're a leader, you need to help your teams focus on their self-care, focus on the balance they have in their life. And really, you have to be the role model for them by balancing that because you can't come in all stressed out because you just saw the news and you're going to add to it because you're just making, I won't say you're making it worse, but you're making it worse. So we'll talk about that shortly. But in this space of really navigating how you can care for yourself, you can move up this path. I know that in my own personal experience, when I had left my last employer, it did not happen like I wanted it. It was a crisis, and I went through every one of these stages. But what I had was my self-care. I had my tools that I used every single day to help me navigate out of that. And so, then you move up to the experimentation and acceptance, openness to new learning and trying new things, problem solving, you get a little bit better, and then you finally get to a place of adaptation and integration.